Right here with us now on this massive tech outage is Ahmed Benafa, San Jose State University technology and engineering professor.
And this outage is lifting right now. We're beginning to, but the damage, of course, has already been done here, especially to the reputation of CrowdStrike, a leading cybersecurity provider. Professor, we appreciate the time here today. First off, let's start off with the overarching question here. How does one software update cause such a widespread outage?
Well, that's a very good question, Alex, and it's actually a good question. Microsoft has its own cloud services that provide things like Office 365, Windows. All of these things will provide it to millions and millions of users. And in order for Microsoft to protect those, users and protect the information going back and forth with their servers, because Microsoft has something close to 200 data centers, about 4 million servers. So they're serving a big number of customers. They use a third-party cybersecurity company, which is the CrowdStrike in this case. CrowdStrike is installed in each one of those devices. They call them the endpoint security. That's the technical name for it. Basically, it's your computer, your laptop, your phone, your screens. You see them in the airport, and that's monitor what's going on. And if there is any kind of a problem, an attack or virus, just take care of it. Now, to keep this up and running, they have to update it. And they've been doing this for years. No problems, nothing. This time is different because the update itself, the software that's supposed to update it to make it more secure, is faulty. There is a problem with the software. So when they deploy it, when they send it to all those users, this is what we have with that blue screen of death.
Yeah. Okay. So this really highlights, though, the increasing dependence on just a handful, right, of these interconnected technology companies. So, Ahmed, my question is, should control of critical software like this be limited to just a handful of companies?
Well, that's a good question, Heather. The point here is the backup system. I mean, the CrowdStrike is a good company in sense of their services for years. They have 20% of the market share of the cybersecurity when it comes to the cloud services. They do a good job, and they have an impressive list of customers. The problem is that when you are that good, your mistake amplified. It's become bigger. The customers and the big infrastructures, which is very vital for the economy, like the airports, the hospital, the things, there should be a plan, like Plan B, backup system, just in case something like that happen. And that's going to take care of it. We're not going to see those lines. We're going to see that poor lady crying about her dream vacation. And this is one part of the job that's missing.
And to that end, Professor, let me ask you about that, because obviously a lot of the focus this afternoon is on CrowdStrike and this software update it sent out with the bug in it. But a lot of people believe that these issues were so widespread because Microsoft's operating system isn't built to overcome these kinds of problems. How much of this falls on Microsoft?
Well, that's a good point, Alex. We have about 1.2 billion devices using Microsoft Windows, so it's really the most used operating system in the world. And by the way, this update is only impacting Windows. Any devices that have Mac or have Linux or any other operating system not going to be impacted. So because it was written specifically for those devices. Now, Microsoft, they realized that, the operating system needs some kind of protection. So they left that kind of protection plus their insider tools they're using to this company, to CrowdStrike. And they've been doing their work for years. Now we got this problem because of the quality assurance, the quality, control of the software. Usually when you have an update like this, they test it before they send it. They test it in something called Sandbox, which is a virtual environment where you can test it and see there's nothing wrong. Somehow something happened that it went through without the testing, and it's just deployed to all the numbers of the devices.
Yeah, I have a lot of people really questioning how this technology that was meant to safeguard company systems, can lead to something like this. So we don't have a whole lot of time left, Professor, but how do we move forward and how do we prevent something like this from happening again?
Well, it's on the side of the CrowdStrike. They have to make sure that they have control on the deployment of the updates. And I'm sure that they're going to do that because this is a big lesson. I mean, there's so many things going to happen after this. You never know. There will be reputation, litigation, business law. So many things can come out of that. At the same time, the backup system that will help, counter situation like this, which is an investment question in this case.
All right, that is Professor Ahmed Banafa from San Jose State University joining us this afternoon. We always appreciate your perspective, especially on a day like today. Thank you, Professor, for that.